We are here at the Mescal movie set in Benson, Arizona to learn about Faro from Sarsaparilla Joe.
All right, Sarsaparilla Joe here, FaroatMescalMovieset2 Repertory Company out of Reno Valley, California, and I'm here to talk to you today about the game of Faro. Faro was the most popular game in the Old West as compared to poker. The reason why Faro is not very well known is no gunfights happened here, unlike in poker. So in poker, you're playing against other players, whereas in Faro, the punters or players are playing against the house, and that's me. So the way this goes is punters go ahead and lay out their bets onto the table here, and there's various ways of placing your bets. You can place bets on like one card or multiple cards. So this here would be a sample bet on one card. This would be a sample bet on 4 cards. This here is a sample bet on 2 cards, and so on. So there's various ways of doing that. You also had a high card bet over here. So if you bet on here, you're betting that the winning card is going to be the highest level of the rank of the cards. Suits do not matter in Faro, it's just a card rank. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way around to 13. So a king is 13, queen is 12, jack is 11, then you have the 10, and so on. Okay? So this game actually encourages card counting. So over here you have what's called a case keep or the coffin keep. And then the person would be the coffin driver or the case keeper. And then on this side over here you had a banker. So there'd be 3 people sitting here at the table. So when the dealer goes ahead and opens the opens the table for bets, then he would say, table is open, place, move, or copper your bets. So they would go ahead and start placing their bets. When that's done, then I would say bets are closed, and then I would start doing the drawing. So I would say drawing, losing card, drawing, winning card, 2, 4. So the case keeper would start marking those off, and then I would go ahead and start doing the payouts. So I'll pay out the losing side first. Losing card is a 2, so I'm going to come up here. The winning card was a 4, so that means these 2 are going to get a payout of 1 to 1. This one here is coppered, so that one there is actually going to be a loser. If this was reversed to where, let's say, the 4 was on the losing side and the 2 was over here, then these would be losers, and then this would be a winner. Okay, because he coppered the bet or reversed the bet. Okay, so then I would go ahead and pay out the rest of the table. So I'm going to look at the 2 and the 4. Are they close to each other on the table? No, they're not. So there's not going to be a push or wash situation. So I have a 2 and a 4. I'm going to pay out the losing one first. So this one here is a loss, and this one here would be a loss because they were betting on this card right here. So the number 4 over here, nothing is on it, but there's something near it. This would be a win, so that person would get a 2 to 1 payout on their bet, and then I would hand them their checks. And so play goes for 23 plays rather for 1 round. And then at the end of it, then you're going to have what's called the final draw. So the final draw is going to be 3 cards laid out. And that would enable you to put a bet onto my rail right here. And then this would be a payout of 4 to 1 if you guess the order of the last 3 cards. If you get that correct, you get a payout of 4 to 1. If you don't, thank you kindly, sir. Appreciate your time and your money. And then and then that would lay those out here. So let's say that these are the last cards, the last 3. You would know what those last 3 are, and then we would write them down on a little form like this right here. So punter number 1, punter number 2, punter number 3. They would say their bets. Here's one that's filled out to kind of show you of what that would be. And then so you have that filled out, and then so as you're going through and I do the final draw, so it's still going to be losing card, winning card, and then that last card, whatever it is going to be the hawk. So the hawk is going to be taken by the house, whatever, if somebody laid a bet on the hawk. So that would be collected by the house, and that's where you get the term being in hawk with somebody. You owe money, right? So that's what that is. So then I would do the payout on the rail, pay out here, and pay out whatever else was laid out on those 3 cards that was left on the board. And so that's a quick and dirty on the basics of Faro. There is a lot more to in the rules and such like that to go over in detail, but hopefully this wet your whistle for it, and thank you for your time.
I hope you enjoyed learning about Faro from Sarsaparilla Joe with FaroatMescalMovieset2 Repertory Company.